Welcome to Startups for Breakfast, your go-to destination for navigating the ever-evolving world of entrepreneurship. Our YouTube channel is dedicated to empowering the next generation of innovators and startups by providing invaluable insights from industry experts. We engage in panel discussions and dissect every aspect of startup success, right from conceiving an idea to executing it flawlessly, raising funds, crafting a go-to-market strategy, building a strong brand identity, and achieving operational excellence. Join us as we guide you through the journey of turning your startup dreams into reality, one step at a time.
That's back from the break.
That's the answer for every startup in India.
100%.
So you asked me earlier a question, have you read my book?
Yeah.
For that I said, no, I haven't.
Yeah.
To be honest, I read the book. That's the reason why you are here in my channel.
I think Ravi, आपने जो अभी बोला है कि that connects well with even each and every startup, because Escorts as a legacy also started as an entrepreneurial journey. It was also startup then, and then how it creased out the problems, and then created a niche and a growth for itself, creating its own marketplace of success, is what every startup should learn. So we call it the experimentative phase, which is the start. Then it's called the anchoring space, which is right after the start that your brand has started growing. Then comes the establishment phase, and then it's called the takeoff. So every startup needs to know, learn, perceive, and that's why we say perceive, conceive, and then act.
Absolutely. But Sharad, this is going to be a very, very tricky question. I have not prepared you for this.
But you always trick me. Yeah.
Without naming the brand, there was this great brand in this country which started fantastically well. Every available vehicle, be it sports, be it trucks, be it television, be it newspaper, choosing best of the superstar to recommend the brands, went to the peak, and it was one of the most successful Indian stories at a global stage. And you know what happened to the brand?
Yeah.
Came down.
Yeah.
Anything which you want to tell my startup guys, that what are the things, pitfalls they should be aware of? They're waiting to listen from you directly.
The first one is
You know which brand I'm talking
Yes, for sure. I would not name it,
Yep.
Ravi. First thing first, under promise but over deliver. That's the first thing, and probably that's where the biggest of the brands create a mistake, because they over promise and under deliver. 2, know your strengths and know your trails. Very important. Don't get overconfident with your product or service, because there is somebody outside the door who's there standing with a better product and a better technology. Beware of that. Create a market story that aligns to the India growth story or your national growth story. Align your product with the customer insight and requirement. Also, that requirement should be mapped for the next 5 years insight of a customer. What will they require after 5 years? There is a country, it's an interesting fact, Ravi, there's a country that has Ministry of Nothing. That Ministry of Nothing has no other role than locking themselves in a hall for 3 to 4 days and only thinking what's not there today, but will happen after 5 years, right? Absolutely. That's how they innovate, right? So, to answer your question, one thing is very, very important. Know your customer well. Translate your brand story into your customer story. Have tales to tell people, to your stakeholders. But lastly, and the most importantly, under promise but over deliver. That's your story.
Brilliant. To add to that, I just wanted to highlight, I've been a CEO for almost 1.5 decades now. Every startup also need to understand governance is very, very important.
100%.
A startup guy, an entrepreneur, cannot be a subject matter expert in understanding what are the governance process for secretariat, what are the governance process for finance and accounts, what are the governance process, there's various forms which you need to file for GST, there is various forms which you need to file for, claiming your compensation from the government, subsidy from the government. You probably may not have everything in you. So it's important for you at any stage, whether you're bootstrapping or you're well funded, please have the governance metrics well organized within your system. You got to have a very well-oiled machinery and also have people, those who can question your decisions.
Yep.
Complacency hits you very fast. If you think that you have done everything right, your brand is in a boom, your market cap is increasing,
Yep.
your funding comes after rounds,
Yep.
you are able to raise more and more finance, that's when you need to put a brake. You need to have a people, those who can question you.
I think
Am I
that's
right?
a fact.